Actually, teacher, I have a question. When we talk to customers, we analyze every aspect and they agree with everything. Everything we mention, they completely agree with. We say, you need to learn, improve, and make adjustments, but then they say, but I'm really busy right now. I have a lot of things to do and a lot to handle. So how can we further help this customer? What approach should we take to let the customer realize that only by attending classes will their life take a different path?
I don't know if everyone has heard this old saying from the ancients. No turning back till you hit a brick wall.
Yes.
Because sometimes the problem really doesn't come from how precise our numbers consultants or the students who have studied with me for a long time are in their analysis. But rather it comes from whether the problem he is facing is heavy enough to truly wake him up, to make him realize in that moment that this is the most important choice in his life. Yes, because sometimes in our lives you see someone who has already gone through certain things. Since I'm doing this program with Jasper, I'll share a case that happened to Jasper himself. Over the years, many of our numbers consultants have accumulated a great number of cases. Just one of Jasper's cases can perfectly answer the problem he's facing, which is that one of these clients attended our numbers phenomena workshop. In this workshop, the most popular part is, of course, our analysis session. Many clients come specifically for this. However, in our analysis session, every client is treated fairly and only gets 5 minutes. When it was this client's turn to be analyzed, she was a lady Jasper briefly touched on her relationships and finances, just skimming the surface. Right, and this lady agreed with everything that was mentioned. Then when Jasper talked about her health, she said, "Your digestive system is rather weak and you're very prone to diarrhea, that is, having loose stools." But at that moment, how did the lady respond? She said, "My digestive system is perfectly fine." Very healthy, yes. At that time, Jasper was analyzing on stage, and she just responded to Jasper like that. But all of our numbers consultants are very clear about this, because numbers phenomena are the information of a person's life. It's not something that just falls from the sky, like your numbers are good and ours are bad, or that some numbers are unlucky and others are lucky. It's not like that. Numbers phenomena are very scientific and serve as a clear channel reflecting all aspects of our life information. Yes, you can understand it that way. So when the numbers consultant sees such a number, they know very clearly what will happen. So she told this lady, "You will have this kind of situation." Then they moved on to the next customer because everyone was eager to have their own numbers analyzed. At the time, they thought it was over and continued analyzing other customers. But while analyzing the others, this lady suddenly stood up in a hurry and rushed to the restroom. Right? And after she ran to the restroom, she only came back after a while. Then, for a second time, she stood up again, returned to the scene, and rushed to the restroom once more. Yes, and it wasn't our numbers consultant who asked her, but rather her friend who came along, another customer. Another customer asked her, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?" Just showing some concern. She replied, "It's nothing. I'm used to it. I just have this problem with diarrhea." Then she took out some medicine and started taking it. At that time, the customer sitting next to her was in a state of being both amused and exasperated. Just now, didn't senior numbers consultant Jasper mention your stomach issues while analyzing your number on stage? Yes, he just talked about your stomach problem show. Could you not see that? The customers next to her were all very suspicious, wondering what was going on with her. They were all thinking, "Miss, what exactly is wrong with you?" And that customer was just stunned there as well. Yes. She was holding that pill. And actually, over the years, we've had many similar cases like this. Many people, when something happens to them in the moment, are not aware of it at all.
Right. They can't see where their own problems are, and they don't know. In fact, this problem has already been accumulating for a long time.
Yes, and it has already had a huge impact on their lives, but they just can't see it. So that's right. This is a situation we've often faced over the years. People's ability to reflect on themselves is very poor. It's just like our eyes. We can see what's in front of us, but we can't see what's behind us. We're blind to it. So in life, what is it that we can't see behind us? We can't see the root causes. In life, there is no one who can truly reflect on the root causes within themselves. If you are able to reflect on your own roots, then you must be a student or researcher of numbers phenomena. Secondly, you would have to be a sage. You see, most sages and wise people place great emphasis on self-reflection. As Lao Tzu said, "He who understands others is wise. He who understands himself is enlightened." Confucius said, "I examine myself 3 times a day." Wang Yangming advocated for the realization of innate knowledge and the unity of knowledge and action. Socrates once said, "The unexamined life is not worth living."
Carl Jung said that.
Everything that goes unnoticed will eventually become your destiny, and all of these real truths that have not been noticed are manifested in the unique numbers phenomena of each life, whether in the West or the East. Ultimately, the pursuit is the same, to be able to reflect on one's own life. The most valuable aspect of numbers phenomena is that from the very first day you start learning about them, you are able to reflect on yourself and see why every single thing happens. So coming back to the question that Jasper just mentioned, what if it has already happened? Yes, life is really busy and I do not have time to attend classes. So returning to the question the teacher just answered, does it carry enough weight to wake her up in that moment? Because what truly enlightens someone is not just a single sentence, but often their own experiences. And is that experience heavy enough at that moment to make her realize that it's time to make this choice? That's why there's this saying, one won't shed tears until they see the coffin.
Stubborn until the end.
But we know that in recent years, many people have hit that dead end and still don't turn back, right?
She persists and hits a wall repeatedly over the years.
She hits a wall every year, it's true. That's why our numbers consultants get anxious.
Yes.
Even though it's their first time meeting you during the analysis process, you can clearly see their sincerity, goodwill, and dedication toward you. The reason is that they know all too well what will happen with your numbers. They do not want you to go through to experience again those unbearable outcomes in your life. Yes, because once these outcomes happen, there may be no other choices left. So this is an issue we really need to pay attention to. If during our seminars or in the analysis, the numbers consultant has already analyzed things thoroughly and accurately enough, someone who does not know you at all, a complete stranger, has already analyzed every aspect of your life with such precision, then the only thing you need to do is to see it and choose it. The moment you become aware of the numbers phenomena, your life gains new choices.
That's right.
Don't let passivity become a habit, because when you encounter the numbers phenomena, your life has options. Why use your own life to make mistakes and learn the hard way? Why use your life to test every precise point that the numbers consultant has mentioned?
Right.
So this is a very good question, and it's also one that is worth our reflection and introspection.
Yes, teacher, because many times, whether it's customers or others, when they come back to us, there are some issues that really can't be solved no matter how much money, energy, or time you spend.
True.
We have seen too many cases like this, so we really hope that we can wake this person up right now.
Over these years, we have really experienced far too many such cases. It is just too heavy, and none of us want that. Leaving regrets in life, this is one of the reasons why we persist in doing numbers phenomena.
That's right.